Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be building the Apex Predator. I'll warn you, this is an off-the-cuff build. I went into this with an idea in my head, and this is the actual footage of me building the Corvette for the first time. I've discovered that rebuilding these things is a lot harder than you'd expect, and every time I've tried to do it, something goes wrong and I can't get it the same as the first go around. All right, so here we go. You're going to take a mag-filled landing thruster. You're going to place it ahead of the X by 3 spaces. You're going to take a hab and you're going to place it on top of the landing thruster. You're going to take a small vent and move that hab, offset build it forward and down, and then you're going to grab it with the small vent again and move it to the left. Once you've done that, you can take a Vesper aerofoil, place it on the back of the hab next to the landing thruster. You'll slide the hab a half a step forward with a rock hopper and place another Vesper aerofoil. And then you will slide the hab another half a step forward with the rock hopper, and you will place an Arcadia wing. Once you've done that, you can copy over your work to the opposite side. So now you'll grab that hab and you'll slide it to the back. And we're going to duplicate the Arcadia blades and place them here like so. So now you're going to grab a walkway and you're going to place it in the center of what we've built already. You will take a small vent, grab the walkway, offset build it a half a step up and back, grab a rock hopper and slide it right to the back. And then we'll place a landing bay on the back of that walkway. You'll duplicate the walkway, place it in front of the existing walkway. And then we'll duplicate another and place it in front of the walkway that we've just placed. Now off that walkway, we're going to build a scaffold out of Zenith class reactors so we can rotate some habs. We're going to do this on both sides. And now you can delete the walkway between the Zenith class reactors. And we'll place a cockpit. Now you'll place an ambassador heavy booster on either side at the back. Make sure it's in the same orientation as I have just placed here. And place any weapon so we can exit the builder. So now, what I want you to do, I want you to go up to the side, either side, preferably the one that I'm on. And you're going to switch into first person mode and turn your light on. And now you're going to look up and there's two dots on the Zenith class reactor. You'll see them. You want to place your crosshair in the center of those two dots. And you're going to place a window. Now you need to be in free place mode to place the window here. And you're going to do that on both sides. And you'll return to the builder. And now you'll duplicate a walkway and you're going to place it in that window, but make sure that the walkway is orientated the way I've shown here. You don't want it sideways the other way, so make sure that it's on a 45-degree angle before you place it. Now that you have that done, you can delete the Zenith class reactors on both sides. Now, depending on the orientation of the walkways, we may have to flip them. When doing this, you never really know before placing them whether or not they are forward facing or rear facing. In my case here, they were rear facing and we want them forward facing, so we will have to flip them. You may be different. The way you can tell is by placing a small vent on the top of the walkway and see which way the back of the vent is facing. If it's facing the front of the ship, then it's backwards. If it's facing the back of the ship, then it's facing forwards. So now that we've done this and we've placed two extra habs on top of the other habs, we're gonna install stairways in each hab on both sides so we can flip the bottom one so it'll be in the proper orientation that we would like. And now that you've done that, you can return to the builder. And now what you're going to do is you're going to grab the bottom hab and you're going to rotate it. You can do that on both sides. Once you've rotated the walkways, you can remove the upper walkways and the stairways inside of the bottom walkways. Now we're going to take an Arcadia wing module and we're going to place it on the walkway like this. And now that we've done that, we can duplicate the walkway, two to the back, one to the right, remove all on the left, and then duplicate two on the right, and remove the back two, duplicate the wing module, and place it. Now you'll do that on the other side. Be careful when removing that last walkway. It's tricky. There's a lot of that in this build. I lost parts in this build like crazy. I had to go fishing them out all the time, so I apologize for that. Like I said in my post the other day, I was going to try to trim the video because I dreaded having to rebuild this this Corvette. It was fairly difficult. It's quite complex. There's a lot of, backwards parts and whatnot, so you just have to deal with it. It's what we have to do sometimes to get what we want done. So now that we have the wing modules, we're going to place another habitat on the right, on the outer edge of both wing modules. And as you can see here in the footage, the aileron blades are backwards, so the halves are backwards again. So we will have to place halves on both sides, place 2 extra on top, and we will have to exit the builder, install stairways, flip the halves again. And return to the builder. And now you're going to grab the bottom hab. If it comes out of place, just put it back in place and rotate it. Remove the top hab. And do it on the other side. Remove the stairways. And now we will be able to install our aileron blades, and they will be facing the proper direction. Now that you've placed your blade, duplicate the hab 2 to the back, remove the front 2 over to the left, and copy 2 forward. And then you can duplicate the blade and place it on the opposite side. Oh, it didn't work. Now we'll have to flip it again. Unfortunate, but sometimes that happens. I'm not really sure why though, because usually when you place a hab and you rotate it, every hab that you duplicate and place next to the rotated hab stays rotated, but I suppose because you're placing it where the wing module is facing the... Yeah, it shouldn't have flipped like that. I'm not sure why it did. But anyway, it's the same process. You just do it on the other side again, and we'll have to rotate the hab one more time. So when I went into this build, I went into it with an idea in my mind, and that idea was to not have any halves. I was going to build this build on purpose with no halves in it so I could put base parts in, flooring, walls, all of that. So that's how this build is. If you would like to have halves instead, feel free to put whatever halves in the center of this build that you wish. You don't need to put the base parts in if you don't want to. So once we rotate these habs, you can remove the top ones, remove the stairways, duplicate your aileron blades and place them on the opposite side. They should match now. And then you feel free to remove the habs. And that completes this portion of the rear wings. So now we're going to remove everything in the center. Both of the walkways, the cockpit, the reactor, the weapon. We're going to choose a full-length hab. I'm going to place them like this. Now you're going to use a small vent, and you're going to drag it a half a step to the left. And what we're going to do here is take a small vent and move that hab another half a step down. Disregard me fiddling with the rock hopper here. I don't know what I was thinking, but just move that hab another half a step down. And then we're going to use that hab as an anchor point to hide a Medusa class reactor and a Zenith class reactor in the wing module. And now we'll duplicate the habs over to the left side of the Corvette so we can do the same on that side. So once you have the reactors placed, you can remove the habs. You're now going to place a hab in the center of the base. You'll take a small vent and you'll drag it one forward and up. Now take a rock hopper and slide that hab a half a step to the back. You'll then duplicate an Arcadia wing module and place it like this. You can duplicate that and move it to the other side. Remove the small vent. At this point of the build here, I've realized that I didn't make the base of the ship long enough, so we're going to have to extend it a little bit. So you're just going to remove the Arcadia wing on the left side, and we're going to replace it with a Speedbird nacelle. Now that you have the Speedbird nacelle, you can remove the Arcadia wing on the right, place a habitat, grab a rock hopper, slide that habitat a half a step forward. We're going to duplicate the Speedbird nacelle and place it, and then we're going to grab a rock hopper, slide the hab another half a step forward, and place an Arcadia blade. You can now remove the hab and copy over your work. Now we're going to extend the Arcadia wing modules a little bit. You're going to grab a hab, place it in between them, duplicate that hab, place that hab in front of the hab between the modules, and then you can delete the hab between the modules. Use a rock hopper and slide the hab back in between the modules until it's sticking out only a half a step. And then you're going to duplicate the modules and slide them into place like this. You can now remove the hab. So now what we're going to do, we're going to remove the Arcadia blades on the back and replace them with an Arcadia stabilizer. If you do one at a time, you can just place them where the Arcadia blades were. So now we'll place a walkway between the Arcadia wing modules and we'll duplicate it forward. And then we'll duplicate it forward one more time. Disregard the video. I'm getting a step ahead of myself here. So on the front walkway that you've placed, you're going to now place air-on blades. Now that you have the air-on blades placed, you can remove the front hab and place your cockpit, and then remove the rear hab and place your Titan class landing bay. A side note here, if you're planning on leaving the habs in the Corvette and not building your own interior, you don't need this landing bay. So now we're going to take a full-length hab and we're going to place it like this. And then we're going to take a small vent and we're going to offset build it to the left. Then you're going to want to take a rock hopper and slide it a half a step back. And then you'll place Arcadia wing module on top of that hab. You'll now take a rock hopper and we'll slide the hab a half a step back, and we're going to place a speed bird in a cell. And now you'll grab the hab and you're going to slide it back a half a step. And you'll place another speed bird in a cell. You want them to be close together, like I have here. And now we'll grab that hab, we'll slide it back a half a step, and we'll place another. We'll slide again, and we'll place another. And we'll slide one more time and we'll place another, but this time in the backwards orientation. Then we're going to move our rock hopper so we can keep sliding back. Now place another speed bird in a cell. Move our rock hopper, slide back another half a step, place another speed bird in a cell, and we'll slide one more time. This time we'll place an Arcadia stabilizer in the rear facing orientation on both sides. And now you can copy over your work. Make sure that you align these correctly. You want all of these ridges to line up with the other side. I've decided I don't like the way that this looks back here, so what I want you to do is take an Arcadia blade and place it on the front of the Arcadia stabilizer on both sides. Now we're going to place the halves in the corridor. If you left out your landing bay, now you can place the halves to stay. For those that are going to build their own interior, we still need to place these halves now so we can place some decorations on the top side of the Corvette. So we're going to place an air-on power shield, and I don't like where this is sticking out, so we can do better than that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove the landing bay, and I'm going to take a rock hopper and I'm going to slide that walkway a half a step back. And now when we go back to place the power shield, it'll be sticking up in that hole. And it'll get rid of that ugly hole. And now you can move the walkway back and put your landing bay back on. Easier said than done, right? Now we're going to take a high energy shield and we're going to stick it here. You see me here fishing around looking for a spot to put it, but it'll go right there between the front two grooves. Later in the video I replace that with a power shield, but then I end up removing the power shield and putting the high energy shield back. So when you see me do that later in the video, don't do it, because we're going to have 3 at the end of the build anyhow. Now if you're building your own interior, you can remove the halves from the corridor. If you want to leave the halves, feel free. And now we're going to place a hab on the front of the cockpit, like so. Duplicate one down and remove the top one. And now we're going to use a small vent on the back side because we're too far ahead and it won't let us build. We're going to offset build it to the left. We'll duplicate an air-on blade and we'll place it on the side of that hab. Now we'll duplicate up, place the hab on top of itself. We'll duplicate up one more time, and then we'll duplicate to the right, remove the left ones, and duplicate the one on the right 2 to the bottom. Place the opposite air-on blade and remove the hab. So we're going to take another hab and we're going to place it on the back like so. And you're going to take a small vent and you're going to offset build that a half a step up. Now we'll take a rock hopper and we're going to slide it forward. You want the front of the hab to cover up the power shield. Now that you have your hab in place, you're going to take the Arcadia S-foils and you're going to affix them to the side of the hab at the front on either side, like so. You can now remove that hab. So now, for those of us who are going to build our own interior, we are going to need to hide a walkway in the build somewhere to satisfy the build requirements. If you've decided to leave your habs in, you do not need to do this step. And for the people that do need to do this step, don't do what I'm doing right now. I've forgotten that we have the reactors hidden here, so it's not going to work. But we will hide a walkway in the Arcadia wing module to the left of where I'm working here now. Alright, so this placement here is the one that we want. We're going to place it there, we're going to duplicate it down, and then we're going to use a small vent to move it to the left. Now we'll remove that hab that's up in there, get rid of the full-size hab, choose a walkway, place it on top of the hab that you have placed under the Arcadia wing module, and place it. And just like that, it's gone. But we've satisfied our builder requirement for one habitation module, so we will be able to complete the build. We're now going to place our weapons. I'm going to place phase beams. You feel free to place whatever you'd like. Oh, I've found leftover parts. Hopefully you don't have the same leftover part on your build. I have a little bit of trouble fishing this out of here, but I do eventually get it. Now we can carry on with placing our weapons. All right, now the fun begins. We're going to take a walkway. We're going to build it as low as we can at the front between the Arcadia wing module and the Aeron blades. You're going to duplicate it, one to the left, and then remove the one right against the fuselage. And we'll do the same on the other side. And now you're going to rock hopper it a half a step forward on both sides. Then you'll place a Zenith class reactor on the top of each of the walkways. Remove the bottom walkway and place another Zenith class reactor below the Zenith class reactor you've already placed. And then you will place 2 more Zenith class reactors in this orientation on both sides. And now you can remove the bottommost inner Zenith class reactor. You can now exit the builder. We're now going to place some windows like we did earlier in the build. Oh, hey, look, guys. I found something else for us to do. I don't like the way this looks. We're going to fix that. But not right now. So anyway, like before, we're going to stick our face in this little crack. We're going to make sure we're in first person mode with our light on. Look up between the 2 dots. Try to get your dot in the center of those 2 dots. Put yourself into free placement mode and place your window. And go over to the other side and repeat the same thing here. Once we have that done, we can go back to the builder and we will place our halves. Yeah, that's real ugly. We got to do something about that. I don't like it. All right, so we're going to grab our walkway and we're going to place it. Make sure it's on a 45-degree angle facing the front. We can remove the reactors. And now I'm just going to take a small vent and I'm going to place it on top to check the orientation. This one is facing front ways. That's what we want, so we don't have to flip them. Now that we've done that, we can go to the other side and do the same thing. Place the walkway, and flip it, remove the Zenith class reactors. And now what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate a hab down on both sides and remove the top one on both sides. All right, now we're going to deal with this mess. So target the front one. Get your reticle over the front ridge, and we're going to remove it. And now we're going to duplicate that part, which is the speed bird nacelle, and we're going to place it there. And we'll go to the other side, and again, target the front ridge, remove it, duplicate the speed bird nacelle, flip it, place it. Now we got no more ugly gap. All right, so now at this point in the video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna exit the builder and we're gonna fly out into space. We're gonna go to the nearest planet, to whatever space station you're at, and you're going to fly straight for the middle of the planet. You wanna fly to within about 6,500 units. Once you get there, you're going to exit your pilot seat, and then you're going to reload your restore point. Now what that's going to do when we reload our restore point is it's going to make your spacecraft perfectly level with the surface of the planet. Now you guys, I'm going to warn you that this technique is rather tedious and fairly hard to get both sides to match. The placement is very, very important. Not only the pitch of your Corvette on the horizon needs to be the same on both sides, but where you're standing and where you place the stairway is also important. This can take many, many, many tries to get both sides to match. In this process of the video, I think I did it 7 or 8 times, and mine still isn't perfect. I will continue to try to make mine better. You don't need to if you don't want to, though. And just get lucky. You know, I've done this on other ships where I've been lucky and got them close enough that you can't tell that they're slightly off or anything like that on the first try. So once you reload your restore point, you're going to get back in your pilot seat. You're going to take note of the horizon. Your Corvette should be level with the horizon. You are going to pick a spot. For me here, I picked the tip of the Arcadia S-foil, and I made it, you know, level with the horizon line on the corner point of that S-foil. And now you're going to exit your spacecraft and you're going to go to the high side and you're going to stand up on the walkway that we placed. You're going to go into first person mode. Now for me here, you're going to see I'm going to try to place this stairway. You have to place the stairway at the exact moment that you fall off the surface of the Corvette, and that is going to place the staircase level with the planet's surface, which is what's going to give you your angle. If you do it too soon, the staircase will just be level with the Corvette. So you'll be able to tell whether you did it or not. There'll be a significant difference in the angle of the staircase. You'll see here in the footage that I can't seem to place the staircase. I think it's because we built the ship so far forward, because I have to build the ship forward for the builder to allow me to put the interior in with the base parts. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up placing the staircase on the back side of the hab instead of the front. You should try to place a staircase a few times, and you'll see something interesting that I've figured out. While you're in space and you're doing this, you can literally place habs off of stairways in any direction. So like in the Corvette builder, we use the Zenith class reactors to flip habs 45 degrees or 90 degrees, right? You'll place a staircase directly in front of you, no matter where you're standing. So you could place, you know, a hab at a 12 degree angle or a 57 degree angle. Like literally you can just turn around in a circle, and wherever you place that staircase, you can place a hab on that staircase, which is, you know, very interesting. But that's what I mean when I say that placement is very important, because wherever you place that staircase, it's going to follow no matter what angle it's going on. So what I try to do is I try to get that outer edge of the stairway kind of in line with the very center line of the hab, and I try to make sure that it's straight with the center line. But not only that matters, but also the placement of it from the edge of the hab. Like if you have one stairway that's in the center of the hab and one stairway that's right on the edge of the hab, they're not going to line up. You know, you might get lucky and get them close by offset building one half a step forward or half a step backwards, but you know, they're still going to be a little bit off. So you want to try to have them placed the same. Now, the one on the left, you see how I placed the staircase like off the edge of the hab? That side turned out really good, and that's the side I decided to keep. I think maybe I should have just redid both sides because yeah, I'm having a heck of a time to get this side to match that other side, because it doesn't seem to matter what I do, I can't get the stairway to place in the same spot. So you can stay out here and place as many staircases as you want, you know, until you're happy. You think that you've got it as close as you're going to get it. And once you have them as close as you can get them and you're happy with it, you can head back to the space station. Now, it's very important that before you enter the space station, you want to stop. You want to get out of your pilot seat, and you want to reload your restore point. If you don't do that, what is likely to happen is that you will fly into the space station and you will just keep flying straight through, and you can't do anything about it. The game just freezes up and you're flying into space and you have to reset your game. So just remember that before you enter the space station, to exit your seat and reload your restore point. If you've managed to stick around this long, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. I know that this video is, you know, pushing an hour and a half. It's very long. I don't really expect that a lot of people are gonna stick it out to finish the build, but if you did, let me know. I'd like to hear about it, and you know, let me know how I'm doing. I'm fairly new to this, and I'm striving every day to try to make my content better and better as I go. So any feedback is appreciated. I've got thick skin, so don't be afraid of hurting my feelings. It's all good. All right, well, I think that this looks like it's pretty close. I mean, other than it's a lot forward than the other side, but we'll go back and we'll try to place these halves and see what it looks like. You can see how this is done. And then hopefully yours turns out better on the first shot than mine did, and you won't have to come back for the second shot. You can just fast forward through to finish the build. You know, when I was recording this, like I said, I did this 7 or 8 times. This damn trader stopped me before I got to the space station every time. Annoying. So now we're going to exit our seat and we're going to reload our restore point before entering the space station. All right, so we'll return to the builder. And now what you can do, you can duplicate the walkway and it should snap onto the stairway like that. And you can see it's on a drastic angle now. And already I can see that mine does not match up. I have hopes that I can fix it with a rock hopper, but I immediately can see that I cannot. So at this point, you could still try to offset build it down with a small vent and then rock hopper it back, which I do try, but it's still just off. So I will be having to go back to space and try again. Once you get to this point, you'll just duplicate and place one behind, and then you can duplicate the air-on blade and attach it to the back side of the walkway on either side. This is just me still fiddling, trying to get them to be the same, which they're just clearly not going to be, but you know, hope springs eternal. So yeah, now you can duplicate, place it on the back side of the walkway on either side. My walkway's backwards, so I'm gonna have to install a stairway and flip it. On this side, we can duplicate two to the front, one to the right, remove the left side ones, duplicate two to the front, duplicate our air-on blade and place it. And this side I never touch again. I really like the way this side turned out. It's only I don't know, 10 inches off the ground, which is great. And it's on a nice angle where it's not clipping through into the cabin. Really happy with that side. Unfortunately, even the version I am flying today, the one on the right side of the cabin is clipping through into the cabin. Here we just do the same thing that we did on the other side. You're going to duplicate down and over, remove the ones on the right side, duplicate up to, and place the air-on blade. Here you're going to see me remove this side because they're just not even close. So it doesn't look too bad, you know, from either side, but when you come into the front, you can see the one on the left is shorter than the one on the right, and it's way down. Like it's a lot closer to the ground on this side than the other side. So now if you're happy with yours, you don't need to continue with this. You can fast forward, but for me, and maybe some of you, will have to replace these habs and start again. So once you have your hab here, rock hopper to half a step back. Take a small vent, offset build it 1/2 step down, and then rock hopper it another half a step back. We'll now place our Zenith class reactor scaffold again to rotate the hab 45 degrees. Remove the one in the center. Exit the builder. Go back and place your window, first person, in free placement. Line up your reticle between the 2 dots and place the window. Return to the builder. Duplicate a walkway and place it. You can now remove the Zenith class reactors and we'll head back out to orbit and try again. Once again, exit your pilot seat and reload your restore point. Try to align your Corvette the same way that you had it for the other side. Now exit the Corvette and go to the high side again. Position yourself on the hab and try to place your staircase. I couldn't really ask for anything better than that on the alignment, like for the angle. I would have liked to have gotten it a little closer to the edge of the walkway, but it is what it is. We'll now return to the space station. Don't forget to stop and reload your restore point before entering. So we're now going to go back to the builder. We can duplicate the walkway and it'll snap to the staircase. Remove the bottom walkway. Duplicate down. Duplicate one behind. We'll place an air-on blade here. I don't believe that this is the right position. So we'll remove it. We'll use a rock hopper. We'll slide it ahead a half a step and we'll place it again. That doesn't appear to be correct either. So we'll grab a small vent. We'll offset build it down. We'll attach the air-on blade. And as you can see, the entry point into the fuselage is different on the left than the right. This is the version that I have now. I did keep this though because it is roughly the same length and on the same angle, so not happy with that, so I'll delete the one air-on blade and place another walkway. Gonna offset build it a half a step to the right. Snap the air-on blade to it. And No, not happy with that either. Offset build one to the back, or slide it to the back with a rock hopper. Snap the blade back to it. This appears to be correct. So we'll duplicate our habs over, duplicate our Aeron blade and place it. I'm still not happy with it. We'll have to move it one more time. So we'll get rid of one of the Aeron blades and snap a walkway to the remaining Aeron blade once again. We're going to use a rock hopper, slide it one forward, duplicate the Aeron blade and place it, duplicate the walkway down, over, remove the right side, duplicate another walkway, and now duplicate the Aeron blade and place it. And now, this is the version I have today. It is close. It's not exact, but it's close. All right, moving on. So now we'll place the last two Aeron power shields. You're going to take a walkway and place it here. We'll take a small vent. We'll offset build it to the center. And then we're going to grab our small vent, attach it to the back side, and offset build it down. Then we'll take the small vent, attach it to the front side, and offset build it another half a step down. Take a rock hopper, attach it, slide it one back, and now we can grab an Aeron power shield and place it. We'll do the same on the other side. Careful fishing that vent out. So again, place your hab, drag it into the center, attach your small vent to the back side, drag it down. Take the small vent, attach it to the front side, and drag it down again. Attach your rock hopper and slide it a half a step back. Place your Aeron power shield. And again, carefully remove the vent. All right, everyone. We're nearing the end now. This is the last couple steps. We're going to install some engines on these rear wings. So we'll take a hab and we will place it underneath the ambassador booster. We will duplicate it and place it one to the right and remove the one on the left. Then you can take your, what is this, the Titan heavy booster? I don't know what this one is, but it's the only one that looks like that. Choose that, place it, and then duplicate your habs over to the other side. Duplicate the engine, place it in the same orientation. The air-on blade should be going right through the center of each engine. Now you'll place the halves over until they are in the center of the engine like this. You'll take a small vent, you'll place it on the back side of the habitat, and you will drag it a half a step to the left. Now you'll grab your small vent and you will drag it a half a step up. And we can remove these spares. So you want to position your hab so that when you place your Vesper aerofoil, the front edge of the Vesper aerofoil should be overhanging the front of the engine completely, okay? And you can place the two front ones, and then you're going to grab your hab with a rock hopper and slide it back a half a step and place the two back ones. Now, the way you want to have these aligned is for the ridges where they connect to be right next to each other. And that should overhang the front of the engine, but be just short of overhanging the rear of the engine. And then what we'll do is we'll duplicate our hab one down and remove the top one. Duplicate the Vesper aerofoil, flip it, and place it. And then we'll slide the hab forward with a rock hopper, a half a step, and place the front one. Once we have both bottoms on that side placed, we can remove the habitat and place the Vesper aerofoils. I know she's a long pull, you guys, but we're almost there. One more side to go. All right, so let's take our hab, we'll get it placed, we'll duplicate it up, and we'll duplicate it over, and that's dead center. So we'll take our small vent, we'll offset build it one to the left, we'll grab our rock hopper, we'll slide it ahead, and we'll grab our Vesper aerofoil, and we'll place it and see if it's in the right spot. And it's not, so we'll have to reposition the hab. We'll grab the rock hopper, slide the hab another half a step forward, place the Vesper aerofoil. This is the right alignment. We will slide the habitat a half a step back and place the rear Vesper aerofoil. And now we can place the opposite side. We'll duplicate down the hab, duplicate the Vesper aerofoil, flip it, place it on the bottom side. we'll slide the rock hopper, or the habitat, a half a step forward. And place the other Vesper aerofoil. We can now remove the rock hopper and the habitat and place the final 2 Vesper aerofoils. Remove the hab, remove the rock hopper. And the build is complete. I think at this point here the part count's about 92 pieces, so I'm just gonna finish my last 8 pieces with some antennas and some satellite dishes. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just figured with a 100 part limit I might as well use them all with only a few left. Anyway, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this build guide. It took an awful lot of work, so if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Leave me a like, leave comments. It's been fun. I can't wait to do another one with you.
You can